The Doctor himself, Dr. Mario, gets his own Amiibo figure. Hey Nintendo fans and collectors, Lithium here from my channel Nintendo Collecting, bringing you another unboxing video and review of an Amiibo for Super Smash Bros. Of course, this one for Dr. Mario. Now, when Sakurai was developing Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U and for the 3DS, he kind of stated, I believe, that he did not want any clone characters in the game, and of course, this is not the case. There are quite a few clone characters, including Dr. Mario to Mario. So even though he's wearing a different costume and he has a different moveset, I still personally believe it's a clone character, and it is something that I wish was just simple, a costume swap for the original Mario character. But please comment below, what do you think of clone characters, and what do you think of the character Dr. Mario? I know a lot of people actually really love fighting as him within the game. Let's just take a look at the box packaging. We have red as the main color. It makes sense for Mario. Dr. Mario is right up here, as it is on the background. I really do like this pose. We're going to get into that more. On the back, you see the same kind of stuff that you can collect, customize, and compete with this Amiibo, level up to level 50. It all makes sense. This is the North American version that I'm holding right now. I'm going to use my X-Acto knife to cut around and try and keep this in great condition. Dr. Mario is a game that is a puzzle-based game, so I really do think it's another one of those examples of Nintendo slapping on a really main character onto one of their franchises that they had a brand new idea of, dating all the way back to the NES, of course. Dr. Mario originally, I think, came out on the NES Nintendo Entertainment System. And Nintendo keeps doing this with a lot of different franchises. Kirby's been using that a lot recently. I think Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, it was a different style mechanic for gameplay. Kirby's Air Ride comes to mind. But Mario, they put on everything. Mario Baseball, for example, I've been playing recently with my friends. He's in a lot of different sports games. I love Mario Baseball and Mario Strikers on the GameCube. They're really interesting, really exciting. And I'm not the biggest fan of a lot of puzzle games. My wife actually enjoys puzzle games, I think, more than I do. As I try and get this box open, this one corner is giving me some problems, but we'll get through it at one time or the other. And I believe there was actually a newer game that was released for Dr. Mario. It was kind of called maybe Dr. Luigi or something like that. I never actually purchased it myself again, but I think it's really interesting that they keep this series going, actually. Because it's not something that I thought would have a lot of sequels over time. This is probably one of the most difficult boxes I've ever done. One more corner and then we have it. There we go. Alright, so let's take this guy out. And this is actually, for me, the 6th Mario that I'm unboxing. I believe there are 7 different Mario Amiibo in total. That is a lot of different Mario Amiibo. I'm just going to leave this. Let's take this out for now. Just leave that over there on the side. Alright, so here we go. Pop this out. Take a look what this figure is all about. So we obviously have his trench coat, it looks like, but this is actually his doctor coat, which makes sense. He's also got, I think it's called a stethoscope. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. He's holding up one of his giant pills as well. Red and blue pills that you use in the game for kind of trying to level up. I'm just going to fix my light a little bit so hopefully you get a better representation of what the character design and color is for this character. I like how his hat's off finally, because you don't see Mario with his hat off very often. Of course, unless you're playing a game like Super Mario 64 and his hat goes off with the bird in the sand level. That one was really cool, actually. I love the desert levels in most Mario games. So usually you don't see him without a hat on, so that's pretty interesting. You see his jeans, actually, it looks like he's wearing underneath. I think those are jeans or they're black. I guess they're black. They look really dark underneath. It's kind of hard to tell. He's wearing his brown shoes. And I actually like the expression on his face, and I really like the way he's holding the pill. It kind of looks really neat, and I think this character design's really well done. I'm trying to see if I can see any seams on this guy, just to make sure that it's actually incredibly well designed. I can't see any flaws with this to my naked eye right now, which means it's a very well done Amiibo. The detail work actually, even in his sleeves, is very well done. You do have the buttons right there as well. This is a highly detailed Amiibo, as most of them are, unless they're a really simplistic character like Kirby, I think. So this one's really cool. The size of this one, if you're wondering in terms of height, sure, let's do centimeters first. He is roughly 8 centimeters tall, which means he's less than 4 inches tall. He's about 3.25 to 3.5 inches tall as well, if you're wondering, in case you are American. Comparing him to the Mario figure, the normal Mario figure, he's slightly taller, and I do think there is a bit different expression on his face. Let's just take a good close-up of that. It's kind of interesting that Mario has a black mustache, but he has brown hair. Maybe Mario dyes his mustache all the time, not really sure. So you can kind of compare the two. They have a very similar face, of course, it's the same character, but I don't know if they change very much. I think like maybe the eyes are slightly different, but not really. I think that might be the exact same head. Not really sure if they just changed the hair on him or anything else like that. I mean, he obviously will have the same head. If you look at a picture of two people, it's going to look really similar because they're the same person. I meant, yeah, take 2 pictures of the same person. They're obviously going to look pretty similar. So again, character swap. This is kind of just a clone character to me, but I really like this Amiibo. If you're a fan of the Mario Amiibos, there's so many of them out there, as I said. So you have the original, you also have a gold one, you have a silver one, you also have the classic one, and we also have another one I need to unbox eventually for the modern one. But the Dr. Mario, I really like it. I think this is almost flawless. I don't want to knock it down points just because I am subjective to it, because I'm not a huge fan of clone characters, but as an Amiibo, this thing's pretty perfect, probably a 9 or a 10 out of 10. But please, let me know what you think of the Dr. Mario Amiibo as a comment below. Feel free to fill that like bucket, follow me on all the social media links in the description below the video, and remember, as always, go collect them all and keep smiling while gaming. Thanks for watching.